operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Are you ready to make a difference this holiday season? Schwezo Construction and TMCO are hosting a diaper drive December 5th through the 19th. They're collecting diapers, pull-ups, and wipes to benefit TMCO Prep Academy, the Nebraska Diaper Bank, and Forward. Drop off your donations at Schwezo Construction, 93.7 The Ticket, Pine Lake Self-Storage, or White Elm Brewery. Together, we care for our community. For more information, please visit Schwezo Construction's website or Facebook page today.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Uhlir, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
I'm Terrell Farley, host of Bock The Blackshirt show at 1 to 3 weekdays. And my favorite thing to do, see, or go to in downtown Lincoln is the food, because they have great selections of food, and Buzzard Billy's with the great alligator they have down there.
This message is brought to you by the Downtown Lincoln Association and 93.7 The Ticket.
You're listening to Bock The Blackshirt.
Terrell Farley.
Defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bockovic. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
Welcome to Bock The Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Wednesday, December the 17th, and it's Window World Wednesday with two-time national champion Todd Uhlir in the house.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop. All right, guys, let's get ready to start the show. All right, Bock, Nebraska's women's volleyball has 4 players to make the AVC All-American honors this year, starting with middle blocker Andy Jackson, outside hitter Hopper Murray, and setter Bergen Riley all made first team All-American. Rebecca Alec earned second team, Bock. Pretty good for a team that went undefeated during the regular season. Only one blemish on the year, and that blemish hurts us from making it to Kansas City for the finals.
It's rough. It's a rough game to watch.
It was, and it is good to see these individual players at least get their recognition. I think a lot of people expected, Nebraska to be well represented. Again, they're the number one team all year long, and they had this core group that really was impressive from the get-go. Obviously, when you're winning all these games, so it is great. It's great to see them get the individual recognition, like we were saying here. Obviously, everybody wishes that things would have gone a little bit differently, and I'm sure some people are still heading to Kansas City with their Husker gear, despite Nebraska not being in. My daughter is she? Yeah. Yeah, so there's a lot of people in that category, but nevertheless, again, and I know we talk about it all season. With Husker volleyball is so good that we can say it as a program, it's Final Four bust, or this year specifically, it was kind of national championship or bust because of the undefeated record and how good they were, and again, this being part of the highlight but that fell short. But it still was just a magnificent season, a fun season, a memorable season in DBK's first year. And I know they got a couple seniors in that group, but a lot of that core group returning, and Nebraska's not going anywhere in the volleyball world.
I mean, I'm proud of what the other athletic departments have done besides, when you talk about volleyball, when you talk about wrestling, when you talk about women's and men's basketball, you can also throw bowling in there, gymnastics, all the other programs are thriving at a high level. Now, I can sit here and nitpick at football, but I'm not going to do that part because, I still think we have a ways to go, and we're going to continue the trend upwards instead of going back down. Even with the Dylan Raiola news, I'm still satisfied on somewhat kind of level when we talk about men's football.
Yeah, and I just want to point out real quick at volleyball too. It is interesting to note that Creighton obviously had a very good season as well. Landed 3 All-Americans. Now this is among the first, the 3 teams. But still, at Nebraska volleyball as a state continues to grow.
Yeah, so that's what, 7?
Yeah, so that's rather impressive.
7 in the state. Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
And of course, Rebecca Alec being the senior that I was talking about, that's going to be moving on. But the first team All-Americans for Nebraska, again, Bergen, Riley, Harper, Murray, and Andy Jackson, all part of that junior class. So yeah. I'd be surprised if they're not number 1, 2, or 3 at least coming into next season.
Yeah, we see no reason they're not number 1 again.
Yeah, I would expect number 1.
So,
all right, Bock, listening to an interview from Troy Dannon earlier today. Troy Dannon says he expects more players to enter the transfer portal and that money did not play a role in the Raiola news. That part, I don't care about the Raiola part, but the part I care about is more players falling domino effect to transferring out of here because, we all heard different conversations, different kids. I'm not saying this is true, but hearing stuff about Shavers and Ja'Cory Barney and other players, it kind of makes you wonder the domino effect of this football team with the number 1 player leaving as in Dylan Raiola.
Yeah, it's interesting, and he does. He expects a lot to kind of happen. January 2nd. I think a lot of it will be right in those few days right after the bowl game. Kids will be making their decision, and so it's going to be this way every year, right? I don't want, and I think part of that is kind of preparing people, as Dannon speaks about that, to kind of say, hey, this is kind of a reality. But at the same time, I also don't want it to be just like a given, like, all right, well, we're losing people. You got to do your best to retain these guys, especially the high level guys. And for, the other part about it is again, continues to say it, and we basically say it year after year, is that Nebraska is in a good position financially to compete. And I guess I could believe it. I could see it at times. And we know that Coach Rule went to the podium at times this year and asked for a $30 million roster. Then a couple weeks later said, hey, we got everything we need. So it's kind of interesting to see that. But in my mind, if Dylan Raiola's decision didn't have, money wasn't a large part of it. I was saying that they weren't, maybe I think it has to be a large part of it because they are either, it might be a good part on Nebraska. Nebraska eventually says, maybe asks for a raise, you say no. So maybe that, didn't if he's trying to say it didn't factor in that we didn't have enough. No, we have enough. But, I would think that it at least probably factored in one way. And if it didn't, I don't know if that's a glowing thing to say about Nebraska, because if it was just on field, I could certainly argue that Nebraska failed Dylan. I don't want to say more than Dylan failed Nebraska. Dylan had his own stuff that he could work on, but Nebraska kind of didn't hold up every part of their bargain either. Again, firing an offensive coordinator in year 1. Now, after year 2, you get a new offensive line coach. That means you did not put the people around Dylan to succeed to the point where you're getting to year 3. So I don't even know if I want to hear that money's not, wasn't a part of it.
I don't care about the money part because it makes it easier for the players to be drawn here. But are you getting the right players for this program? Mm-hmm. That's the question. Are you getting players that are going to come out and practice hard every day to earn them checks and just to play football? Or you got guys who just want to be celebrity college football players? You got to ask that question. Now, Bock, I sent you some videos the other day. We was me and Kenny and Bock, we got a little thread and we text on there once in a while. But the amount of college guys that dances on tape, like these guys should be halftime dancers for somebody on the Super Bowl out there dancing. I seen Emmett yesterday at a car wash on Vine Street. I said, Emmett, if you don't, I said, once you're done with the NFL or whatever happens in football, you need to be a Soul Train dancer or something.
Dancing
because
with the Stars.
Because these are some dancing kids. Like I never seen
That's how they grew up, man.
I mean, I never seen how many videos I watch on TikTok that some of these guys supposed to be hurt, but they're dancing on TikTok like John Travolta is on what was that?
Boogie Night.
Boogie Night.
No,
you know,
Boogie Night.
I'm saying like, okay. I thought dancing was just for girls. I mean, like, I don't want to dance on video like that.
No.
I mean, I don't want to be.
I will do a father-daughter thing with my daughter every once in a great while, and I'm not very good at it.
Yeah, but I ain't never been a dancer anyway.
She gets all the views.
I'm a wall dancer. You know what I'm saying? I just sit on the wall and shake my head.
I'm
You know,
much the same.
That's some of the things that I do. But man, like, you know, I wish.
And that's Nebraska's best player, by the way.
It's his
maybe
best
the
player.
dancer.
He's a soul
There's
train.
a reason they couldn't catch it or couldn't tackle.
Yeah, and
moves.
he's a soul train dancer. I talked to him yesterday for a little while. We seen him at the car wash. I had to do a Huey. But Bock, when we talk about it's I don't think Dylan was ever comfortable here when we talk about his situation. He wanted to be that guy. He wanted to, but coaches wise, I think Rule is gonna be a guy that has to reshape his coaching roster every other year if it continues like this, because now you're getting some good coaches in. Which I thought we should have had in first place. You never keep bringing guys with you that you failed at stops before. I think once we finish with that whole Carolina thing that, you know, or year one, you will probably change the whole route. Now you're seeing the cause effect in it. E.J. Bartha's a good coach. You know, there's nothing wrong with him. I think that Gage coach that's coming in from Georgia Tech is going to be a really good coach. They got two guys that's coaching the offensive line now. When we talk about defense, did we ever get the guy
D-line coach?
Elijah Robinson, was that his name?
Yeah, it's no, not as of yet.
Not as of yet.
He has not signed anywhere else though, so still maybe in the.
So and you know, I still think about who's going to coach the linebackers. I mean, how are we going? I mean, I know you got the new defensive coordinator, but how much of a position coaches he's going to be instead of being over the whole defense? When you talk about coming from a small school to San Diego State to a big university like Nebraska, and you know how Rule has his practice, you know, maybe the guy wants to change some things. You know, good DB coach at Addison Williams, so I'm not really worried about that point. I think the DBs are really set for a couple of years. I think that's one of the positions that I wouldn't really want to worry about in the next year or so.
I think changing to the 4-2-5 is going to make it a little easier on the linebacker coach to coach the linebackers.
Yeah.
You know, in my opinion. But my take on Dylan is, if you're really looking at it as this kid was a 5-star quarterback out of high school, he came to Nebraska to try to revive the program. He's been here 2 years, obviously got hurt. But if you look at, are we able to say that we're going to be a playoff team next year? And looking at the schedule, it would be hard to say that we're going to be a playoff team, right?
Yeah.
And I think
you said that. I didn't.
Indiana. Are you projecting us a playoff team next year, Terrell?
Indiana.
Nope. There you go. Now you said it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say Penn State would be the new Nebraska.
Yeah.
For a couple of years.
So I think if Dylan's wants to play at the highest level and wants to play in the playoffs, he's probably seeing the writing on the wall that we are seeing, that, hey, it's probably not going to happen at Nebraska for a couple years, right?
Right.
Until we really start revamping the O-line and the D-line, we're not going to be in contention if things don't. And not saying we can't go out in the portal and get that done, but we haven't proven to be able to do that yet. So I think, Dylan wants to go play in the playoffs, right? And so I just think it's going to be interesting where he ends up landing, because if it's it, and I don't think it was a money thing. I really don't. I think it was, I want to play somewhere that is going to have the potential to be in the playoffs. But if you would have told me last year Texas Tech was going to be in the playoffs and seeded number 4, I would have laughed. So you just don't know.
Great money buys you everything. But here's the thing about Texas Tech. They invested their money well. They didn't just go get a $3-4 million quarterback. They spent most of their money on the defensive line, which is probably the strong point of their team. I mean, they got a great chemistry of players. I mean, they put it together right. But every team cannot do it like they did it because looking at Nebraska, it looks like we're starting over. Again, we have to get a quarter. I mean, we have a quarterback here. Let's not forget TJ Lateef, but I don't want to put everything on a guy who's only starting 3 games. That's got to come back and go through the deeps of hell in that schedule next year. Once we get past Ohio, North Dakota State, and
Bowling Green.
So
it's North Dakota State.
Yeah. So once we get finished with those guys, then it gets tougher. and I don't know if those games will get him ready enough, quick enough for the top dogs when we talk about Ohio State, Indiana, Oregon, Washington. You got teams like that. These teams are getting better in the Big Ten. Now when we talk about player-wise, it feels like we've started over all over again. You got to get a running back. You got to get linemen. I can't see us going back in next year with the same D-line. I mean, it might be a little better than 4-2-5, but 3-3-5, 3-3, whatever it is, 3-3-5, 5-3-2, or whatever it is. We don't need to go back in that part of the defense. But the 4-2-5 sounds a lot better. You got 4 down linemen that really helps the linebackers out. You can bring that 5th DB in as a strong side linebacker or a strong side rover, help them out a lot. You got to get guys that can blitz. You got to get guys that can keep containment. You got to get guys that can get pushback, not just be on roller skates the whole game. And I think that's one thing that I've seen a lot.
You look at the opposite end of the spectrum of Texas Tech is Indiana. Like they didn't. I mean, they went and got Mendoza, but I don't even think they had to pay that much for him, right? I don't remember seeing
not top dollar. No,
I don't remember seeing him on your top list last week, right? Of top paid players, right? So, can it get done? And I wouldn't say that Indiana's schedule this year was fairly difficult.
And a lot of people, and I still hate to say when a lot of people say, well, Rue hasn't got his guys in. Rue has 95 freshmen, sophomores. 95. Those are your guys. You can only have 105 on the roster.
Right.
And I don't want to hear they're young. The juniors next year. Some guys like Jay Foreman started when he's a redshirt freshman. Some guys like Amon Green had to come in and run the ball on a national championship team as a true freshman. It's guys like it's still plenty of guys that the 2000s guys that came in early in the play. Just like who's the guy that with the floor that was here? He had to help come in as a freshman. He didn't get a fair shake here. A lot of kids didn't get a fair shake here. AJ Allen, he would have been great here if he would have stayed. Now, we go into a bowl game unquestioned with a running back room that probably Emmett's missing. That's 83% of your yards that you had, Bob. 83%.
Yeah.
Or 86. I somebody said it yesterday. I wrote it down.
Oh yeah.
83
the rushing yards.
Yeah. 83% of your team rushing yards that Emmett had, and now you go in the bowl game with 17% of the rushers you got.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
It's going to be interesting. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how this. Up? I mean, it's going to. The bowl game is going to tell what type of team this is.
Put me in, coach.
The bowl game would tell, and I hate to say it, that it's not going to be. You're going to play a Utah team whose coach retiring, and those guys want to bring him out as a winner, just like Coach Osborne when they played against Tennessee his last game, and they beat the mess out of Tennessee. So imagine how Utah is going to feel when they run out there in Las Vegas for the Las Vegas Bowl, Bob.
And then of course they got the spirit behind him of Kyle Whittingham's last game. That was the last thing Nebraska needed already as a 2-touchdown underdog. Because now they're going to go out there and play for coach. So they're gonna be their effort's going to be there. That's for sure.
All right. 93.7 The Ticket, Bock The Blackshirt. We'll be right back. Window World Wednesday with Todd Uhlir in the house.
This is your year to win way more than bragging rights. At Warhorse Casino, your love of the game could earn you serious cash. The Pro Football Frenzy is free to play with cash prizes all season long, like up to $1,000 weekly, with your chance at $1 million, all while earning tier points and comp points every time you place a sports bet. Only at Warhorse Casino. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Hi, I'm Scott Miller, Business Development Officer at Midwest Bank's Lincoln branches. As a lifelong Lincolnite with over 30 years of experience in financial management, I'm here to help your business grow and succeed. My focus is building strong relationships with businesses and clients across Lincoln. Because at Midwest Bank, we believe banking is about people, not just numbers. Visit us at midwest.bank or stop by one of our Lincoln locations. Your community, your bank. Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
I'm Terrell Farley, host of Bock The Blackshirt Show at 1 to 3 weekdays. And my favorite thing to do, see, or go to in downtown Lincoln is the food, because they have great selections of food, and Buzzard Billy's with the great alligator they have down there.
This message is brought to you by the Downtown Lincoln Association and 93.7 The Ticket.
Happy holidays, Nebraska. The Christmas event of the year is coming to the Lead Center. A Christmas Story, the musical, with all your favorite funny gags. The Fragile leg lamp, the Red Ryder BB gun, the ridiculous pink bunny suit, and more. All the fun of the movie, now with singing and dancing as seen on Broadway, with music by Pasek and Paul, the writers of The Greatest Showman. We triple dog dare you to get your tickets today. Leadcenter.org.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription, or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Omaha Steaks is the official sponsor of tailgating. From legendary burgers to mouth-watering steaks, deli-style franks, and so much more, you'll elevate your next game day get-together with America's original butcher. Now you have the chance to be the ultimate gift giver this holiday season. Visit omahasteaks.com/theticket for 16 free Omaha Steaks smash burgers on your order of $129 or more. Plus 50% off site-wide. That's 16 free smash burgers at omahasteaks.com/theticket. See the website for details. Happy holidays from Omaha Steaks.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Uhlir, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Bock and the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. We are powered
by
Bauer
Infrastructure,
Bauer
Underground,
Barrett
Excavating.
Shout out to the Bauer crew out there working hard out here through Lincoln and Omaha areas. It's a beautiful day out here, fellas. I don't think I ever been in Lincoln, Nebraska when it was 57 degrees today.
In December?
In December.
You haven't lived here long enough, then.
I've seen it. I've seen it go 10 degrees, 20 degrees, 40 degrees, and then the next day it's -2. But at the same time, I haven't seen it this good of weather in a long time.
Sounds like the wind's on the way, though.
Uh-oh.
No, that's later than that. I can live with 57 degrees year round.
70
Oh, yeah.
mile an hour wind?
No, not 70 mile.
That's what it's supposed to be tonight.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. No, that's too bad. What do we have? Bock, there are currently 63 quarterbacks in the transfer portal so far.
63?
63.
Chasing that bag.
Chase, is that a bad part of college football? You know, I was thinking the other day, I said, wouldn't the best time to have the portal? I said, May, June. Yeah. Have it in the summer. If you want to leave in the summer. Leave when school is done. Yeah. Don't do it right in the middle of semester, right in the middle of semester changes. I think it just that what makes kids stop. This is one reason why we'll get kids to play in bowl games if you change the window to the summertime, Bock.
Well, that's why they moved it to January 2nd, was to kind of help with that as well. But you know, obviously the one problem with that is you kind of move forward, and so you're kind of still doing the coaching cycle. Would be at this time, obviously spring, you know, if you're planning on transferring, working out in the spring, all that sort of stuff with your team that you're not going to play on, all that, you know, so that's kind of why they have it where it is. But, you know, the calendar is really messed up. So, I mean, it's no ideas are bad ideas. And depending on how you kind of would plan to kind of situate everything else would work out. But it's just crazy. I mean, when you see college football leaders, whether it be, you know, coaches are getting frustrated, certainly GMs, you know, just kind of with the schedule and what it is, and sometimes, and part of it's like, well, it's better than it was 2 years ago, and so it's just these kind of slow steps of, all right, let's kind of organize this thing, even to the point the ACC has 17 teams in it. They like the SEC, like the Big Ten. The idea right here is to go to 9 conference games, but they have 17 teams, so they can't do that for everyone. And so this upcoming year, they're kind of just transitioning their schedule every year. This upcoming year, I had the number in front of me, but a handful of the teams are playing 9 conference games, and a handful of the teams are playing 8 conference games. My goodness, what a mess.
I know, but we got that clip.
Yeah, I'll pull it up here.
I want you to play, and I love Joe Clack. I don't remember him as a football player when he went to Colorado, they say, but I understand the things that he says about college football right now, and I want Bock to play this right here.
I can't with the re-signing of players. I'm sorry. I started seeing some of these announcements on social media, guys would text me these announcements. And this is going to sound like I'm picking on guys. This is not their fault. This is not their fault, okay? But like Malik Washington, Wayman Jordan, Lenora Sellers, there's all these stories about like, oh, they're going to come, they're re-signing. They're working on a deal to stay. And I'm like, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to see it. This isn't. Wait, you mean, was he about to leave? This is so different than in the National Football League when your favorite team has a player that you love, that is a free agent, and then they re-sign him, and you're like, nice. That feels a lot different than like, I'm a fan of a college team, and I just think that this player who's committed to this school, who's at this school, who has more eligibility left and is making a large sum of money through NIL, and then all of a sudden he's like, I'm re-signing. It's like, I didn't know you thought about leaving. I don't think that this is good for players either. I really don't. And let me tell you why. These contracts can be binding and they can be loose, but it all depends on how they're negotiated because there's not a formality to the process. So the schools can kind of do whatever they want to do, and they're making their own rules. And then there's some representation out there that is representing college players, and they want to play by their own rules. And some of the representatives, by the way, not very sophisticated. Guess why? Because they're not representing a client that is a part of an association or a union. So they don't have to register. So the players can hire whomever. It can be like Uncle Eddie. We don't know who these representatives are. That's not to say that all of them are bad, but there are some that certainly don't know what they're doing. Certainly don't know what they're doing. So there are players, because of that are signing contracts that they don't even really know what they're signing. I remain very optimistic about our sport. I really do. I think college football is in a great spot.
I love the ending there because he just complained about college football all the way up to the end and just goes, I think we're in a great spot.
Yeah, without the money part. I mean, when you talk about the bowl game, the CFP, that's the good thing about college football. When we get into the money detail of it, we ruin a sport that's been great for over hundreds of years. Now it's just a big plate of poo-poo. That's probably what I think of it is. When you have Notre Dame teams sitting out postseason, guys that want to go to bowl games probably never get a chance, not saying never, but won't get the chance their senior year. Guys that Dylan Raiola leaves Lincoln, he's out of Lincoln. He left Lincoln last week.
Right.
It is still, and I do think I agree with him that we're getting used to the re-signing language. But I think that's what's going to happen moving forward. I mean, I've been saying this for years, and it's not completely true. Not everything in life is about money. You can get better deals with somebody kind of bringing you up than just kind of the bottom line. But the bottom line's a big deal, right? And so, I said this at the beginning. Remember, this transfer portal started, and you'd have 10% of your roster go to the transfer portal or think about going to the transfer portal, and we go, hey, those guys are selfish. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But as the years go on, again, to me, when you make it about a business and then you expect the people who are working in it not to treat it as business, I think that's silly. I think now, probably 90% of the roster is fielding calls, whether they jump into the portal or not, right? Maybe more. And I think that's what they should do again. So I think we have to get used to this re-signing business, and you could do your best to build a team around guys that do it for the end first, the end on the side of the helmet, all that sort of stuff. But it's, again, to me, that's difficult to do in this modern age. It'd be, I keep going back to it. It's like professional sports. It's like asking somebody from the Packers to say for the G on the helmet. That's outdated. That's not going to happen anymore. I mean, this is life-changing money that you're talking about, or can be. And again, it shouldn't always be just about money, but the numbers that you're giving is no longer just like, well, yeah, I guess that could help me as I train. Like some of these numbers are like, I could set up your grandchildren, and you're in college.
Who cares about education? Who cares about that part?
I mean, that's definitely fallen.
Yeah,
fallen off.
how many of these kids go to school? I mean, you don't even have to have great test scores now. So you're telling me I was born in the wrong thing because I took the right route. I went to junior college. I did my 2 years there. I graduated from there. I had to graduate to transfer to a D1 school. Now, all of a sudden, they get paid. Riding around it. I'm not going to tell you what they're riding around. SRTs, Chargers. I'm talking about red shirt fresh. I'm talking about a freshman I seen at the cookie store the other day on Q Street over here. He hopped in a 2023 Charger SRT.
My son drives one of those too.
Well, you have Burger King money. You know, the Euler family is the Euler family didn't grow up in a trailer court. You know,
I did.
I mean,
I was in a single wide trailer.
Well, you
For a
still
year.
okay.
We made it.
Yeah. Okay. Thank
We
you.
worked
Don't.
They weren't born with Burger King money. They had to work for Burger King.
Yeah, I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. I still don't now. I got a wooden spoon that I chew with now. But Bock, I like what Big House says. He says if the NCAA wants to fix this, what they need to do is stop with scholarships and do contracts.
Yeah, I mean, I think especially for roster building.
If we're gonna pay you over a certain amount of money, you have to pay for your own schooling. Yeah, because we can give scholarships to other kids. We can give scholarships to other guys on the team that doesn't get
other
that
sports.
chance.
Yeah,
or other sports. Or
I think it still
programs.
works in most of the other sports, but yeah, football's kind of. I've said that for 2 years too. I think it's kind of an outdated system, grandfathered in, and certainly is now. And that's part of the problem. Again, if you want to treat it like a professional sport, fine, but then put up the guardrails to do it. And that's to the point of getting like contracts put in here so you can have some sort of longevity. I mean, if every year, again, to the pro sports model, you have to renegotiate with every player on your team.
Players,
yeah. Imagine how different pro sports would be. So And again, they're going to be the haves and the have-nots and the teams that do it well and are able to do it. And winning is a big part of that. If, Ohio State's not going to have a mass exodus as some of these other teams do because they have a winning culture. They're having fun. They're making money. I mean, everything's kind of working together that way. So it doesn't quite happen that way. But, I mean, can you just imagine pro sports teams having to re-sign everybody every year?
I'm not going to give a guy who played 25 snaps on special teams and wants me to give him $250,000 more. Nah, it's not going to happen. What I would write on the contracts is contracts are non-negotiable. After 2 years, then you can negotiate. But I'm not going to negotiate with a guy every year when I'm giving you free room. I'm giving you free room and board.
I think the NCAA has no grasp on any of it. So
no, as long as everybody's getting rich.
I think the NCAA needs to go away from college football. And I've said that for quite a few years at this point. And I think we're getting closer to that every single year with all this stuff. I think the NCAA will be gone. We'll have a college football league.
Yeah.
Super league.
Yeah. And, I always thought like, hey, 32 teams in the Big Ten, 32 teams. But what if we kept the conferences and, there's just too much of that rivalry stuff that we don't want to get away from either. So I think it'd be interesting. I thought John Gruden had a really good take on the college football playoff. If you hadn't seen that, go look at that. But yeah, the NCAA has no grasp on that. There is no, I can't imagine being a head college football coach right now trying to navigate these rosters.
I would get Nick Saban. I would make him commissioner. He's get 10 people on his board, 10 ex-coaches to help him write the rules and regulations of college football.
It needs to be done.
Take the NCAA out of it because they just want to get rich. The schools just want to get rich. The coaches just want to get rich. And guess what now?
And who's
the
all
players
paying for it?
Want to get rich. Who all playing for it? Us. As the fans of college football. 93.7 The Ticket, Bock The Blackshirt. Window World Wednesday with two-time national champion Todd Uhlir in the building. Woo woo. We'll be right back.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Happy holidays, Nebraska. The Christmas event of the year is coming to the Lead Center. A Christmas Story, the musical, with all your favorite funny gags. The Fragile leg lamp, the Red Ryder BB gun, the ridiculous pink bunny suit, and more. All the fun of the movie, now with singing and dancing as seen on Broadway, with music by Pasek and Paul, the writers of The Greatest Showman. We triple dog dare you to get your tickets today. Leadcenter.org.
When we're building homes for people, we're really trying to advise on the things that are going to create value so that when they go to sell it, they're going to have equity so that they can go build their second home.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
You know, the year has been a great year for Aspen Builders. We have had many repeat customers. We've been very blessed with great office staff, with great employees, and great subcontractors. We worked with a lot of new people building their dream home. We've built some great relationships. A lot of those relationships will continue. We'll be building them another new home down the road. So I'd like to take this time to wish all of our past customers and our future customers a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Make your dream a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your dream home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly sunny skies. It'll be breezy and mild with an afternoon high near 53. Tonight, a chance of showers and breezy, a low around 38. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies return. It'll be windy and colder with a high around 40. I'm meteorologist Kyle Hunter for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Looking to upgrade your equipment and keep cash in your pocket? Through December at Landmark Implement, choose from a 12-month waiver on model year 2023 through 2025 John Deere 6 through 9 series tractors, sprayers, and combines. Or lock in a 2.9% fixed rate for 36 months, followed by 6.35% for another 36 months. Visit your local Landmark Implement for more details or check us out at landmarkimp.com and experience the Landmark difference.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
At Koppel, during the holidays, we take time to cherish our terrific staff, community, and loyal customers that continue to drive that money-saving mile to Louisville, Nebraska. Hi, this is Sean Callahan. I can proudly say I bought my car at Koppel. If you are in the area, I invite you to stop by Koppel Chevrolet GMC's offices in Louisville or check them out online at koppelcars.com. On behalf of Koppel Chevrolet GMC, Merry Christmas and safe travels to all.
Winter is just around the corner. Is your vehicle ready? Don't get left out in the cold. At A1 Automotive, we prep your car for whatever winter throws your way here in Nebraska. For battery checks, for brake inspections, tires, heaters, whatever your car needs to keep you and your family safe on the road, we've got you covered. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Bock and the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. We are powered
by
Power
Infrastructure
Power
Underground
Brad
Excavating.
Oh man, we just got to keep giving a shout out to our sponsor of the show, man. That's what they're here for, man, to keep us going. All right, guys, I got some. The 2000. I found this off X also, man. It was a good thing because it mentions Nebraska volleyball a lot. It says the 2025 volleyball regional most watched on record, up 32% from last year. Regional finals, Texas A&M versus Nebraska had 1.2 million viewers.
Nice.
Most watched NCAA regional match ever. Regional semifinals. 718,000 viewers. Most watched NCAA regional semifinals ever. Kansas versus Nebraska. Regional semifinals, second one. 674,000 viewers. Texas A&M versus Louisville. 468,000 viewers for the regional finals versus Pitt versus Purdue. 663,000 regional finals for Wisconsin and Texas. So Nebraska had the highest regional semifinals and the regional finals. That's average 530,000 viewers a match. I mean, when you look at it. How popular has women's volleyball got?
Getting there.
Yeah, and Nebraska continues to lead the charge.
I'll tell you what, I know we were on the losing end of it, but that had to do a lot for women's volleyball. Just the intensity of that match and that all kind of came down, and 37-35, that was nuts.
Yeah, step four. Yeah.
I don't know what other sporting event I've watched lately and been that invested in, every single bounce of the ball, right? Like you're just like, oh, get it. Like, jumping up and down. And so I saw a lot of TikToks and stuff about that too. People watching the 37-35 match. So it did nothing but increase the, popularity of volleyball and how it can entertain you at a pretty darn high level.
Yeah, and it's set up, the sport is naturally kind of set up that way too. Once you get to that, like kind of those match point, which can be game point for some teams, especially and set forward there. The stakes of it just for like 10 minutes of viewing time was just kind of like, man, it can end right here.
Yeah, and so we watched Nebraska hit a 3-pointer to win it, at the buzzer.
Yes.
Right. Where this just there's no overtime. It's just you just keep going till you have a winner, right? And that's the longest match I've seen. I don't know what the longest match in I'm sure it's not the longest match in history. It might be the longest match in regional final history, but that was very, very entertaining. And I'm glad we came out on top of that one to force a fifth set.
Yeah.
But that was fun. Yeah, just it feel horrible for those girls. I know how hard they worked, and have one kind of off night, and you're going to get beat. So you got to be up for all of them. And unfortunately, I heard Bergen Riley was sick, and that doesn't help. But no excuses. You got to go play, right? So
yeah.
I wish it would have been a Michael Jordan moment for her, where she had like the game of her life.
The flu game, yeah.
Right? The flu game, yeah. So.
Well, and it's too bad again, too, there. It felt like Nebraska didn't just fall from, national championship this year. It felt like, and we know this as Nebraska football fans, and arguing it at least for the better part of my entire life, is the importance of being undefeated. And if you do that, you can argue the greatest of all time. So
right.
They're a game or two away from being, hey, we're among the greatest of all time,
right.
to not even reach, the Final Four. That's why I think it, stung so bad.
Yeah.
But did you watch the NBA Cup last night?
I've not watched too much of the NBA Cup. No, I did not.
Josh Hart did what? Did you see that?
Yeah, he's has a weird way of celebrating the NBA Cup there.
They was teammates in college, wasn't they?
Yes, him and Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, those two are. I seen highlights. I was watching highlights of them. Those two are two of the most funniest guys I ever seen as teammates. When we talk about that's like a Rashawn moment when I played in when we played in Oklahoma State, and I scored a touchdown, and I was running to the sideline, and some guy grabbed my butt. Well, I didn't know who it was until 30 years ago. Somebody caught it on tape. It was Rashawn.
Yeah, they caught it on tape.
So Josh Hart got caught grabbing Jalen Brunson butt while they were celebrating.
Yeah, thumb out grab. Yeah,
like
celebrating.
A grab?
Yeah, like a healthy grab. Well, they're buddies though.
Rashawn's grab was a healthy grab, wasn't
it? Yeah, I don't know. I was too happy at the time. I didn't know if it
I think Josh Hart's grab was more of a poke with his thumb.
I didn't know it was Rashawn. I probably thought it was a cheerleader, but it ended up being Rashawn. So
the NBA Cup though is fascinating too, because the Knicks have already said we're not going to hang a banner for this. Remember the NBA Cup they just started a few years ago. The Lakers did win the inaugural one, and they hung a banner for that. I think it's still up there in their arena, but. It kind of goes back to my argument of why single elimination tournaments aren't the best to determine your champion. Over the last 3 years, the teams that have won the cup, and again, you make it to the cup by doing group play first, so you kind of got to earn your way into the cup. So it's not exactly this long tournament, but it comes down to a tournament, or at least where all teams are involved. But it comes down to a tournament. In the single elimination tournament, over the last couple of years, the Lakers won the first year. They ended up being 8th in the Western Conference with a first round exit. Last year, the Bucks won. They ended up being 5th in the Eastern Conference with a first round exit. We'll see what the Knicks do. They're currently 2nd in the Eastern Conference, so it might be a better representation of what's going on. But whenever anybody argues, and listen, there's a lot of different sports. There's no other way to do it maybe than a longer playoff. But specifically for my argument against a long playoff in college football, I always said, I don't know if a single elimination tournament gets your best champion. So far, the NBA Cup has pretty much proven that.
Yeah, any team can win that. You had the bubble team Lakers win it in what was that couple of years ago?
2023,
so, yeah. So you're not really worried about records. I mean, just like I say about college football, I would love to see a 24-team playoff. I mean, that's just what I would like to see, a bigger field. That means you don't have to hear the crybabies of Notre Dame. You don't have to hear Miami.
Oh, you'll
pleading.
hear the crybabies at 25 and 26.
But you don't have to have teams like, Vanderbilt, who probably should have made it. Probably a team like Georgia Tech getting in. So you make a bigger field for them. And then, only the strongest will survive, though, Bob. I mean, but it's always going to be an upset Saturday in college football.
Yeah, again, it just depends on what you want. I think if the bigger the tournament, the more chance you – all right, obviously kind of lower the importance of the regular season. But I mean, we don't have to go through on that argument. I've lost that argument. It's done. They've got a 12-team playoff, probably expanding to more. No matter how many, you could make it a 64-team playoff, and the 65th and 66th team will be complaining that they need to expand the playoff and make it bigger.
Well, the way college football is, by 2035, I probably won't be watching it anymore. So, the long as they keep this up, till we get a commissioner, till we get a board on this, till we get a hold on this money situation, that college players shouldn't be making this much money. I mean, we said that all along. I agree with paying them, but pay them the bare minimum, because you still get the scholarship. You still get the free room and board. You still get free food. So, just slack off on the money. You don't have to make $1 million a kid. A kid shouldn't make $1 million at 18 years old just throwing a ball or running the ball.
Where's all the money go?
I mean, where it been going? To the university. Been making that. They've been making money. University ain't poor. They just say they are. 93.7 The Ticket, Bock The Blackshirt. We'll be right back. Window World Wednesday.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue. It's $5.99 barbecue time. Hurry to Hog Wild for a complete barbecue meal that's only $5.99. Get a one-meat sandwich loaded with our award-winning barbecue, plus your choice of a classic side and drink for just $5.99. Upgrade your sandwich to beef brisket for just $1 more. Join us for lunch or dinner in Lincoln at 3210 Cornhusker Highway. Order online at GoHogWild.com.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Anderson Ford in Lincoln has 2 convenient locations, which means 2 times the customer service, 2 times the inventory, and 2 times the ability to get you in the car of your dreams. Whether you visit us on the north side or the south side, you'll find more selection and a team that's always on your side. When you're looking for a better way to buy your next Ford, visit Anderson Ford in Lincoln, where exceptional service meets unbeatable selection.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program by building a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
At Riddles Jewelry, we know there are moments in life when you realize this is what it's all about. And you wish you could hold on to that feeling forever. This is why we've made jewelry our passion for 65 years. This holiday season, find the perfect gift with savings up to 50%. Riddles Jewelry, family owned since 1959.
Located in Lincoln at the Gateway Mall.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Uhlir, 2-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
At Koppel, during the holidays, we take time to cherish our terrific staff, community, and loyal customers that continue to drive that money-saving mile to Louisville, Nebraska. Hi, this is Sean Callahan. I can proudly say I bought my car at Koppel. If you are in the area, I invite you to stop by Koppel Chevrolet GMC's offices in Louisville or check them out online at koppelcars.com. On behalf of Koppel Chevrolet GMC, Merry Christmas and safe travels to all.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-5 402-560-6197. Assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt.
Terrell Farley. Defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bockovic. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
Welcome back to Bock and the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. We are on from Monday through Friday from 1 to 3, so check us out. Bock, Ohio has, our first opponent in 2026, Ohio University, fires its coach, Brian Smith, for violating the terms of employment by engaging in serious professional misconduct. Second time this happened in a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they didn't really disclose what that necessarily is. So I'm just sure the story will get out there eventually. But it is interesting for Nebraska. Obviously, outside of Utah, that's their next opponent to begin next season. And it's a program that's been pretty darn good, obviously under Frank Solich. Tim Albin took over from there. He took off this past year to take over at Charlotte. And so this past year, Brian Smith came in. I believe they went 8-4, so had a pretty good year. But now you're going to be going on your third coach in 3 years if you're the Ohio Bobcats and going into that first game against Nebraska. So, as difficult as that schedule is, maybe got a little bit easier, maybe not. Maybe they'll go out and get a better coach, who's to say. But at least from a distant point of view, looks like the schedule maybe have eased up a little bit there. Of course, we all know the major part of that schedule is once you get to conference, but Ohio, along with North Dakota, Bowling Green, not so much. They've had a tough year this past year, but Ohio and North Dakota, they could ruffle some feathers here early non-con next year. Now it seems like maybe Ohio to a lesser degree, but again, that could change.
All right, Bock, I want to test your football knowledge. I think you're a very smart guy. Uhlir, I don't know about you. You're a musclehead, so I have to see what you know. All right. I got this right here for y'all. Let me get it out again. Now, last time each Big Ten team achieved 10 or more wins in a season. I want y'all to know the dates. I don't know if you know them, but let's go. Ohio State.
This year.
Oregon.
This year.
Indiana.
This year.
Penn State.
Last year.
I want to know the year. I don't want to hear last
2024.
year. Okay. Illinois.
2024.
Michigan.
2023.
Okay. Iowa.
Ooh, that might be difficult. 10 wins.
Yeah.
They went undefeated.
It was like 2016, though. Yeah.
Maybe 2016.
Last time they won 10 games?
Trying to think. Yeah, I guess 2016. I don't know.
2023.
2023. Okay.
Washington.
2020. They went to the title game that year, right?
2023.
Yeah.
USC.
2023. 2022. Okay.
Michigan State.
2000.
No, the
2021.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Kenneth Walker year then.
Oh yeah.
Minnesota. You should know this one, Bob.
Yeah, 28. What was that 2018?
19.
2019. Okay.
Wisconsin.
I'm noticing a trend here that's going back. So let's go with
2017.
Yeah, 2019. 2019. Okay.
Northwestern.
Oh, that's got to be 2018.
17.
2017. Okay.
UCLA.
16.
14. You stop guessing, you.
Hey, he said he's a musclehead. He's smart.
Yeah,
He's got a good
you're
one.
doing what I did when I fell asleep in that class one day. You're guessing. Nebraska.
Oh, 10-win season?
16.
That was a 9-win season. So you have to go back to what, 2012?
Yeah, there you go, Bob. Maryland.
Oof.
83.
2002.
3.
2003. Yeah.
Last one. Purdue. Bach, you weren't even born yet. So.
1867.
You'll take a whip at it, Bach?
One of those Drew Brees teams didn't get it in like 98 or something?
1979.
1979, okay.
What?
1979.
Didn't they win a Big Ten championship?
When?
With Drew Brees?
I don't think they did.
Yeah, they did. I thought they did with Joe Tiller. Joe Tiller was their coach.
Yeah, I remember that. I'm gonna look it up and see exactly what their schedule was in the late 90s there.
9-win team.
They must have won. Yeah, they won 9 in those years.
Matt Light was on that team too.
Who that?
Matt Light, offensive lineman that played at the Patriots forever.
1998, they went 9-4. Did they tie for the Big Ten? They must have, right? Because they played in the. I guess they played in the Rose Bowl in '99.
That would be the Big Ten champion.
Oh no, that was the Rose Bowl was Wisconsin. Never mind. Yeah, no, they only won 9. Even with Breeze.
Don't question my homework ever. All right, mute his mic, Bob.
All right.
No, I'm just.
77?
79.
79. That's 4.
A long time.
All right, Bach, another one. We're gonna say schools with men and women basketball ranked in the AP poll. Bach, how many of you know?
I don't know that many.
Nebraska.
I know Nebraska.
That's the only one I know.
That's it.
Yeah.
Nebraska.
That's all we need to know.
UConn.
Yeah.
Michigan.
Oh, Michigan.
Iowa State. North Carolina. Tennessee. Vandy.
There's several of them, huh?
Louisville and Michigan State.
That's a lot of them.
Not undefeated, but all ranked.
Yeah, all ranked, yeah.
We're a basketball school then. Does that officially make us a basketball school?
We're a volleyball school.
We're volleyball first. Now it seems like basketball. Then wrestling. Then softball. No. I'll take that back. I'll go volleyball, wrestling, softball, men's, women's basketball, intramural football,
bowling,
and then bowling,
yeah,
and then the football team.
Yeah. Have you guys kept up watching wrestling at all? The freshman Cade Ziola heavyweight. He was subbed in for AJ and Tech Falled his 2 kids. I mean, absolutely destroyed them. And it's a good. He's actually, his dad coached my son and played with his other brother that's playing baseball. And kid is a freak. Cade Ziola. Remember that name?
AJ's 4-1.
Yeah.
Since he started here, I think Nebraska has been on the road for a couple of weeks, and I think they're finally coming back.
Yeah, they're getting in
home to go to start wrestling back here.
And I got to meet with North Carolina here in a few days.
Yeah, so I'm just cheering on Cade. He's awesome.
All right, Bach, I got some more stuff I wanted to ask y'all. This is gonna be a tough one.
They're all tough for me.
This is going to be a real tough one. Who was better in their prime? Lawrence Taylor or Ray Lewis?
That's a tough question. Obviously, 2 of the best to ever do it on the defensive side of the ball. A little different linebackers, if you will. Obviously Lawrence Taylor is more going after the quarterback. I would probably say Taylor, but it wouldn't be by much.
Yeah, I picked Lawrence Taylor. What kid wouldn't want to be? I mean, a lot of these kids of this generation don't know who Lawrence Taylor is. The only thing they know is who is the guys that probably play now or a little bit before that. Ray Lewis will be one of those guys that they know. Now, old school guys like me and Todd, we know who Dexter Manley is, Reggie White. We know who's Lawrence Taylor is, Joe Montana. Roger Craig. You know, we know all those guys. So it depends what generation you in. But for me, I think it's easy. It's Lawrence Taylor.
The Nigerian Nightmare.
Oh, yeah. Christian Okoye.
Yeah, that was so much
You know,
fun.
remember when Steve Atwater hit him in the hole?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bach, you ever seen that video?
I might have. I'm sure I have before.
Crazy.
It would have been nice to see Lawrence Taylor, by the way, play in a league like today's age when they're passing the ball so much more.
It makes it, he's more he's more like what's the guy from Cleveland?
Miles Garrett
type of player.
Yeah.
You know, he's not really a linebacker. I mean, he's more like a blitzing defensive end. If you wanted to say that. All right, Bud Crawford's retiring, man.
I know.
Is it because of the they took his belt or something?
I mean, I don't know if that's part of it or not. I mean, he just feels like he's got nothing left to prove. And, you know, at a certain point, you're undefeated in your career. You're 38 years old.
You beat everybody.
You beat you won all these belts. You've broken, boxing history by jumping around weight classes. The one thing that obviously still kind of that's going to bother me if he never gets to fight at Memorial Stadium, because I just feel like that they could pack the whole thing. But as of right now, I mean, they never kind of came to a conclusion on that. And if he's calling it quits, then there you have it.
Would you rank him, Bach, in modern day boxing, even with the old guys in there? What would you rank Bud Crawford?
That's tough. I mean, I would defer to somebody that knows the sport a little bit better to me. But as far as modern day, I mean, he's got to be up there at number one again, or right up there with it, right? When you have an undefeated record, along with Money Mayweather, it's tough, and that's what I always kind of talk about, the allure or the excitement of being undefeated. There's something that's like you can't argue with it. You can't look at it and be like, well, here's the weakness. There's this one time this or that. And so, I get it. And you got to get to a certain point, again, with your career. Obviously, he's never going to be wanting for money or anything like that. That you say, I've done it. I've made history. I've done everything that I set out to do in boxing. And so, obviously, as Nebraskans go, I mean, he's probably the most famous Nebraskan up there right now. So appreciate him for what he's doing and always representing Omaha in Nebraska. I think historically, you're going to always have, the people that fall in love with the higher weight classes and more flashy personalities. But, I'd be surprised if most people don't put him, top 20 at least.
All right, Bach. ESPN came out with the top 25 boxers of the century, starting with Floyd Mayweather. Then it goes down to Manny Pacquiao, Bernard Hopkins. He lost a couple. He lost late in his career. So who else? Canelo Alvarez, who lost to Bud Crawford. Andre Ward. Terrence Crawford at 7.
When did this list come out? Was this recently?
Let me see.
Because obviously that could change a little bit, move up a little bit if you...
September 6, 2025.
Right before his fight?
Yeah, I was trying to think of when his fight was.
Right before.
Oh, yeah, it was September 13th.
Yeah.
September 13th.
So he moved up.
Yeah. I mean, that was his most notable, eyes on that fight, I should say. So that should move him up.
I at least wanted to see Bud fight one more time. Scotty Lincoln says, who is better, Dick Buckus or Lawrence Taylor? I still say Lawrence Taylor.
Lawrence Taylor's free.
Yeah. You'll never get another Lawrence Taylor. I mean, Dick Buckus was a great linebacker. I mean, obviously they named the college award after him. But when you talk about a middle versus outside, most of the time the outside linebacker is going to be more freer than a middle linebacker. Dick Buckus is a big hitter. Lawrence Taylor is just an all-around freak of nature, when I say that part. Derek Method says...
Better actor, too.
Bud Crawford versus Jake Paul. I want to see that kid get knocked out. Well, he's fighting Joshua. What's his name? Joshua.
Yeah, let me look it up.
Joshua. I forgot his last name. I think they're fighting this weekend.
Yeah, it's soon.
Yeah,
it's on Netflix.
I think it's Anthony Joshua.
Yep, Anthony Joshua.
Yeah, big guy. He's a big one. Now he was a heavyweight.
Well, Jake Paul's not little.
Well, Jake Paul's fake.
That'll be Friday, by the way.
What is on
I'm looking
Netflix?
for it.
Yeah,
I believe so.
It's
Yeah.
on Netflix.
Yeah, I get to watch it for free. I get to watch Jake Paul get knocked out for free.
You don't have
Nothing
Netflix for free.
Well, I pay my money. It's free to me.
But it's not. You already have it.
Well,
it's just already built into your budget.
So that's interesting. It'll be going against the
Well,
Alabama game.
I let go my Sirius radio yesterday.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
Yeah, I let it go.
Time to let it go.
Yeah, it wasn't about anything. I mean, it's not like it was great. I mean, it was a free it was a 90-day thing, and then
didn't want to re-up. Huh?
Yeah, and I didn't put my new card in there, so I was like, hey, you know what? That's $13. I got to get rid of that whatchamacallit off mine. What's that called? The
Paramount?
Paramount.
You're not
it's
using
terrible.
your Paramount?
It's terrible. They hit me for $13 the other day, Bob. I was like, somebody just took $13 out of my account. Where's the fraud alert?
And you haven't been watching Paramount?
Yeah, I haven't watched it not once. I watched Dance Fever on it one time, and that was about 3 weeks ago.
I don't even know what's on Paramount. That's one thing I don't think
a
I've done
bunch
too
of
much.
nothing. A bunch of nothing. I thought it was seven.
Paramount?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, there's some good shows on.
No. I don't know what Paramount you got, but the one they charging me for is terrible.
Tulsa King.
Tulsa King. Look.
You ain't seen that?
Mayor
of
Kingstown.
Kingstown. That's awesome. What other one?
So how many times I'm gonna watch these? How many times I'm gonna watch these movies? These
Looks
movies
like the new Naked Guns on there. Did you watch that one?
I don't watch any of the movies. I just watch the shows on Paramount.
Look, only thing I know is that
Matlock.
Only thing I know is that
is that on there?
I got it through the Roku. It's the Roku Paramount.
Roku, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's the same.
So I'm gonna have to go through Roku to probably cancel it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it.
Yeah.
It's $13, not even worth it.
No way. I only paid $4.99.
Yeah. I paid
ripped off.
I paid $3.99, but it only gave me like a 10-day, a 30-day, what you call it.
Only paid $4.99. I got grandfathered in a long time ago.
Yeah.
They got Paramount Plus Premium or Paramount Essential. Looks like you got Paramount Premium right now.
Yeah, it's Paramount trash. So I don't want it anymore. So
good shows on there.
Yeah, I don't care about
to him. It doesn't beat.
He said
Tubi.
UFC is moving to Paramount Plus January 1st. You better keep it. I sorry, y'all. I hate to tell you, I'm not a UFC guy. I don't like to see guys beat up on each other like that. It's not a thrill to me. I mean, some people love it, but I'm not one of those guys that's why I stopped watching wrestling. I stopped watching stuff like that a long time ago. So UCF doesn't. I'd rather watch high school football before I watch some men beat themselves up in the ring or even get choked out, tapped out. Ever since I seen Conor McGregor break his leg, I stopped watching stuff like that. That was one of the gruesome things I ever seen. So that's probably one reason why.
You've seen that in college basketball too. There's a guy from Louisville broke his leg pretty bad. Looked just like Conor McGregor's.
Yeah, John, let me get your Sirius XM account number then. I put it in my car. 93.7 The Ticket. Wonder World Wednesday's up next with Todd Uhlir. Whoop, whoop. We'll be right back.
Husker fans watch women's basketball, so we can't wait to see you in the stands at Pinnacle Bank Arena this season. Single game tickets start at just $12, making it easier than ever to watch the Huskers from the best seat in the house. Don't miss your chance to witness the energy, the hustle, and the heart of this team live in PBA. Huskers watch women's basketball, so get your tickets now at huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O. Load up on meat and more this holiday season at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. Keep your eyes posted to the Mercado's social media pages for specific daily deals from now all the way through New Year's Eve on December 31st. Don't forget their other locations, now open at 30th and Yankee Hill and 84th and Old Cheney in Lincoln and 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
At Koppel, during the holidays, we take time to cherish our terrific staff, community, and loyal customers that continue to drive that money-saving mile to Louisville, Nebraska. Hi, this is Sean Callahan. I can proudly say I bought my car at Koppel. If you are in the area, I invite you to stop by Koppel Chevrolet GMC's offices in Louisville or check them out online at koppelcars.com. On behalf of Koppel Chevrolet GMC, Merry Christmas and safe travels to all.
This holiday season, give the gift of good taste with a gift card from Valentino's. During double discount days, double your discount from $5 to $10 free with a $50 gift card purchase. Valentino's handcrafted pizza has been a family favorite for generations, and our gift cards make the perfect holiday gift. And right now, during gift card double discount days, when you buy $50 in gift cards, get a $10 gift card free. Happy holidays from Valentino's.
Omaha Steaks is the official sponsor of tailgating. From legendary burgers to mouth-watering steaks, deli-style franks, and so much more, you'll elevate your next game day get-together with America's original butcher. Now you have the chance to be the ultimate gift giver this holiday season. Visit omahasteaks.com/theticket for 16 free Omaha Steaks smash burgers on your order of $129 or more. Plus 50% off site-wide. That's 16 free smash burgers at omahasteaks.com/theticket. See the website for details. Happy holidays from Omaha Steaks.
When we're building homes for people, we're really trying to advise on the things that are going to create value so that when they go to sell it, they're going to have equity so that they can go build their second home.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
You know, the year has been a great year for Aspen Builders. We have had many repeat customers. We've been very blessed with great office staff, with great employees, and great subcontractors. We worked with a lot of new people building their dream home. We've built some great relationships. A lot of those relationships will continue. We'll be building them another new home down the road. So I'd like to take this time to wish all of our past customers and our future customers a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Make your dream a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your dream home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
It's basketball season, and Salt Mine City is your pregame and postgame headquarters in the Haymarket for craft beers and great food. Get ready for the game with their big, fatty 7-ounce hamburger or try a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. And don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, your basketball headquarters, now open at 2 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 11 a.m. Friday through Sunday at 8th and R.
At Riddles Jewelry, we know there are moments in life when you realize this is what it's all about. And you wish you could hold on to that feeling forever. This is why we've made jewelry our passion for 65 years. This holiday season, find the perfect gift with savings up to 50%. Riddles Jewelry, family owned since 1959.
located in Lincoln at the Gateway Mall. If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
You're listening to Bock the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Bock the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. It is time, as we do every week, for the Uhlir Report with Todd Uhlir in studio here on Window World Wednesday. So, Todd, I'll give you the floor.
All right. Well, thanks. Always fun being in the studio with you guys, especially with Terrell, and you never know what's coming at you. So this last week, obviously watched the Husker volleyball season come to an end, and that was difficult, especially when you have such high hopes that we had for them, and they had a great season, and hats off to them for winning 33 matches. That's pretty crazy. And there's always next year, right?
That's right.
Been saying that a long time in the football program. But obviously finals week. So my son took his last final on Monday, thank goodness. So he's been done. And happy to report he's like 3.7 grade point average, pre-med.
Yeah.
He made the academic all Big Ten list or whatever.
Nice.
So it's pretty cool. My daughter's taking her last final, I think, today at Bryan Nursing School. So be done with those. And then my oldest daughter turned 30 yesterday. So I have a 30-year-old kid, which is
first
nuts.
One, yeah.
Yeah, my oldest. So she turned 30 yesterday. That was fun. She's like, man, I'm getting old. I said, what's that make me? That makes me really old. But no, been good. Been blessed. I got my second granddaughter will be turning 1 in January. So excited for that. We're going to go out to see them in Montana. But yeah, it's been a crazy week. We've been out, man, still got a lot of appointments and talking to people about their windows and their siding and their roofing, all that stuff, kind of really getting this set up for the spring. We're going to be busy. Been working with a couple new installers to help us catch up with some of the work. So we've been very blessed and grateful for the support of Lincoln and the surrounding area with Window World. We got absolutely great products at a great price, and then throw on top of it, we've got great financing options for those that need to make it happen but might not have that cash up front to do it. So we partnered with Wells Fargo, and they do a great job. You can do 12 months 0%. Doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah.
And then we have a 5-year program and a 10-year program. So we always can make it fit into your budget. If you want to upgrade your home, upgrade your efficiency, better curb appeal. Obviously, anytime you invest in your home, you want to see that return on your investment, right? That's something that our windows and our siding and does every single time. You get a return on that investment. So, plus probably save on your energy bill for more than likely. So, but yeah, I don't see, bowl games coming up. I think Trent has rehab and meetings through Sunday, and then he'll be home through the 25th. They fly out the 26th to Vegas. Everybody's asked, are you going? I said, no, I'm not going to go this year. With Trent being hurt, I will stay in my recliner and watch the game on TV.
Now, is Trent going to go?
Yep. He
does
go. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He flies out the 26th with the team. So he's like, Dad, they're going to make me do rehab stuff out there. I'm like, yeah, they should. Like, can't just go and sit around.
Hang out. Has he been to Vegas?
Yeah, he's been to Vegas a couple times. He turns 21 in April. So he's like, man, I wish I was 21.
Yeah.
Because he wants to go play at the tables,
Yeah.
And I said, you just stay away from that stuff. But, most of the time you want to be 21 so you can legally drink, but he doesn't drink. So He wants to play on the tables. And
sure.
So I get to win a bunch of money on blackjack. I was like, yeah. I said, well, once you get out there, look at all ththose buildings that was built by the losers, not by the winners.
Yeah.
So
let's start at the $5 table if you can find it.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't played blackjack in a lot of years, but I don't know if there's many $5.
I don't think so anymore. Yeah.
I think 10's pretty much your minimum.
Yeah.
Anywhere you go. So, and then just with all the coaching changes and stuff like that, I know, talking with some of the kids on the team, they're pretty fired up about the new defensive coordinator. It feels like he brings a different energy to the team. And so I've heard same thing about the offensive line coach. I actually picked Trent up today and talked to a couple players I know. I'm not going to name names, but they're pretty excited about some of these changes. So, let's be honest. Like, I don't think the offensive line could get much worse, right? So, and then just with the whole transfer portal, I think you said we got 3 kids so far,
that
have put their names in. And I don't know. I was talking about this to Trent. I said, if I was a college football coach right now, with the JUCO not counting against the 4 years like it used to, I would be creating my development program at a JUCO, right? I think you said somebody said Ira Western's playing in the JUCO, national championship game. They play in it every year. But that's what I would look at if I was Matt Rule right now, which I'm not, and I'm glad I'm not because I don't want his job. I'd take his pay, but I don't want to do his job. I would create, and I'm biased here. I would Northeast Nebraska Community College has a lot of sports, but they don't have a football team. I would go somewhere like that, create a JUCO football program especially with the roster limits, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we no longer can bring in 150 kids. We got 105. So what if you took another, 80 kids and said, hey, you're close, but we need you to go here, get some experience at a higher level, and then just prove that you can get through that process, right? I think that would be something I would look into. So maybe I need to give Coach a text and let him know. Hey,
yeah, not a bad idea.
I would love to be a part of that program in Norfolk, or something similar. Yeah, it's Southeast. Here in Lincoln.
Yeah,
yeah. You're gonna start a program for the Huskers. Might as well
be in Lincoln. Yeah.
Right. But I think that's how I like. If you're looking long term to build on this whole craziness of Division I football, you're gonna have to start looking at different routes of how are we gonna really develop kids, because you only have 105 roster spots. A lot of those kids should be, in order to compete year in and year out, you're gonna need kids that have been developed, right? And you just don't have enough roster spots to develop some of those kids. And some of them just weed themselves out, right? So I think that would be interesting concept, especially, like I said, JUCO's not counting against their eligibility.
Yeah.
So,
Nebraska's relied on being the first ideas, in like Husker Power before and that sort of stuff. So that might be not a bad idea. By the way, shout out to Iowa Western Community College as they take on Hutchinson this evening at 6:00 on ESPN. I say that because Chris Golarovich is on their staff, a former Husker. In fact, the last Husker to beat Iowa, remember, he got that game-winning interception, and he works here on the ticket on Sundays from time to time. Best of luck to him.
Where are they playing that?
Let me see. Where is that game? It is.
Anywhere fun?
Pull it up. It might be on campus. Let me see. No, it's in Canyon, Texas.
Canyon, Texas. It's kind of like the FCS.
Yeah,
plays in Texas too, don't they? How about North Dakota State and South Dakota? Does South Dakota State lose too?
Let me look up the FCS playoffs too. Yeah, I'm not sure.
And South Dakota, all 3 of those teams lost.
I did want to ask you something too, because I phrased this to Kenny Wilhite the other day, and while I got you in here, I want to get your thoughts on it. He shut me down as soon as I said next year lines up kind of like a rebuilding year, and of course you don't want that in year 4. That's not the goal. I don't think that's the language that they're going to use a whole lot. But from the outside or from a distance, from a national point of view, kind of does. Now you could say rebuilding from what, right? You have a 7-win team. But you've got a new defensive line coach, going to have a new offensive line coach. Obviously, you're scavenging the portal, going to have a new quarterback. You need help at running back. It just, and then that schedule next year, it looks a little bit to me like a bit of a rebuilding year. I don't think it's going to be phrased that way. Again, I don't think that's the terms that people are going to use, because you can't do that in year 4. But if and maybe every year is a rebuilding year these days in college football. But to me, if I was looking at this from like a pro team point of view, I would say, yeah, they're kind of reshuffling the deck a little bit.
But we're definitely not reloading.
Right.
So,
we're not that type of program at this point.
We're not. So rebuilding. I would say trying to take another step, right?
Yeah.
We won 6 games last year. We won 7 games this year. Honestly, looking at the schedule, winning 8 games next year will be good.
Oh yeah, would be, yeah.
We've got Indiana, Ohio State, and Washington all at home next year. But then we have to go to Oregon. So, you look at those 4 games right there. An 8-win season would be, suffice. Could we
go at Iowa still, at Illinois?
Could we upset one of those? Yeah, we still got to go to Iowa and Illinois. And then Michigan State, Maryland, and Rutgers, right? So,
yeah.
And like you said, Ohio and North Dakota is not necessarily a gimme by any means. We should be able to take care of business, but in this day and age, and with the shuffle, I think, I think every program's rebuilding every year with the portal.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, to a degree.
Because we talked about it earlier. There is no contract. There is no, in order to get this money, you got to be here for 2 years. It's one and done. So I think every team, Indiana's looking for a quarterback, right? Texas Tech's going to be looking for a quarterback. Obviously, Florida, Vanderbilt, quite a bit of these places are going to be looking for quarterbacks. So, I think it's rebuilding every year. I don't know. I think what we got to look at is is the process working? Are we getting better? And, anything other than undefeated for Nebraska fans is usually, that's kind of the benchmark, but obviously it hasn't been for a lot of years, but that's what we want. Right. And to watch Ohio State lose to Indiana in the Big Ten championship, even they couldn't go undefeated. Right. So, and I don't think an undefeated team wins the national championship. I really don't. I don't see Indiana being able to make the run. So they got to win 3 more games, right?
Yeah, it's going to be special when a team does. But yeah,
if they do it, more props to them. But I just don't see it. It's hard to beat really good teams week in and week out. And they had some weeks in between their big games, right? They beat Oregon. They had I think Purdue after that or something like that. This every game is a big game. And these guys, once again, the opposite of Texas Tech. These guys, and they have a lot to prove. But now they got the Heisman curse on them. That's always not necessarily a good thing to have the Heisman winner on your team. From years past, there's not very many of them that have gone on to win the national championship. So very few of them. So I just don't see being, an undefeated team is going to be very, very unlikely since there's only one left.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Typically we'd always have 2 undefeated teams left. And so you always had one that was going to be undefeated. Right. Even when we went undefeated, I believe Miami had a loss, didn't they?
Yeah.
94. In 94. And I don't think Florida might have been undefeated.
Believe they were.
Yeah. So, and then obviously in 97, we had a loss, right? We
didn't have a loss in 97, but neither did Michigan.
Neither did Michigan. That's what I meant. Yeah. We had two teams that were still undefeated. We couldn't play each other.
Yeah. Florida, by the way, in 95 was undefeated.
Yeah. So it always typically would come down to the last two undefeated teams, right? Well, we got one undefeated team now and we got a playoff. So for that team, and then obviously you're undefeated, you get the biggest target on it. And that's something I'd say about Nebraska volleyball. Like, you're going to get everybody's best effort, and if you have an off night, that's you can be beat, right?
Yeah.
At that level, especially in a regional final. So I think that's the beauty of sport, right? Like that's why we watch it. That's why we want to see. I loved watching Michael Jordan absolutely dominate teams, right? Loved watching Mark McGuire hit the ball, 500 feet every time he did it. So I don't know. So I think, to your point, we're rebuilding, but I think we'll be rebuilding every single year. And I think most college football programs are in the same boat at this point. There's just some that won more games than we did.
Yeah.
And probably schedule wise, this was our year to win 10 games, to be real honest.
Yeah.
If we were going to win it.
Better
we're
opportunity.
Win 10 games. We had a pretty good opportunity this year. So, so looking forward to Christmas and doing my show Saturday. I had Emma Spence on my show last Saturday.
Yeah.
That was fun. Had a good time. Probably going to preview all the playoff games on Saturday on the Power Hour. So make sure you join me at 10 a.m. this Saturday. Looking forward to all these playoff games getting rolling. So that's what I got.
Yeah, very good stuff. That's the Uhlir Report with Todd Uhlir. We will be back for one final segment on Bock The Blackshirt coming up next year on 93.7 The Ticket.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Are you ready to make a difference this holiday season? Schwiezo Construction and TMCO are hosting a diaper drive December 5th through the 19th. They're collecting diapers, pull-ups, and wipes to benefit TMCO Prep Academy, the Nebraska Diaper Bank, and Forward. Drop off your donations at Schwiezo Construction, 93.7 The Ticket, Pine Lake Self-Storage, or White Elm Brewery. Together, we care for our community. For more information, please visit Schwiezo Construction's website or Facebook page today.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Husker fans watch women's basketball, so we can't wait to see you in the stands at Pinnacle Bank Arena this season. Single game tickets start at just $12, making it easier than ever to watch the Huskers from the best seat in the house. Don't miss your chance to witness the energy, the hustle, and the heart of this team live in PBA. Huskers watch women's basketball, so get your tickets now at huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
At Koppel, during the holidays, we take time to cherish our terrific staff, community, and loyal customers that continue to drive that money-saving mile to Louisville, Nebraska. Hi, this is Sean Callahan. I can proudly say I bought my car at Koppel. If you are in the area, I invite you to stop by Koppel Chevrolet GMC's offices in Louisville or check them out online at koppelcars.com. On behalf of Koppel Chevrolet GMC, Merry Christmas and safe travels to all.
Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Did you know that deer collisions are covered under the comprehensive portion of your car insurance? That means, like with hail damage or vandalism, since they are out of your control, they don't usually raise your insurance rates. And that's a good thing, since most deer don't carry liability insurance. At Eustace Body Shop, we fixed all kinds of animal collision damage, from cows to raccoons, bobcats, and even turkeys. We can't do much for the animal, but we can get your car back on all fours and looking like new again.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O. Big value and big flavor meet at Wings and Rings thanks to the all-new delicious Duo Combo. This is the one you've been waiting for. Get one half-sized appetizer and 2 entrees with a side for only $19.99. Bring a friend for the best deal in town on any day of the week, during game time, or whenever the heck you want. Their made-to-order wings and chicken sandwiches are waiting for you at their 68th and O and 40th and Old Cheney locations. Stop by Wings and Rings and celebrate every day with the best meal deal in town.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell & Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. 1221 N Street, Lincoln.
The holidays are here, and there's every reason to make Tipsy Tina's Taco Cantina part of your plans. Are you heading to a Nebraska basketball game? Stop at Tipsy Tina's before or after for delicious tacos. Meeting friends for drinks for an ugly sweater get-together? Enjoy Tipsy Tina's variety of margaritas. And if you're not sure about what to get for a gift this year, Tipsy Tina's gift cards are always a great idea. Don't forget about the event space at Salt next door to Tipsy Tina's, all of them located in the Haymarket at 8th and Q.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Bock and the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. You can check us out Monday through Friday from 1 to 3. All right, Bock, last segment of the day before we give way to Austin Allman and Jay Foreman for Old School. Any more sport things you have, sir?
Yeah, I think there's some interesting news that we didn't go over quite yet. In fact, we just had Nick come into the break and kind of talk to us about it a little bit, and that the Dolphins are benching Tua Tagovailoa in favor of Quinn Ewers. Of course, Quinn Ewers, a lot of people would say this past offseason, maybe should have stuck around in college football. Well, he was like a 6th or 7th round pick there, but now he's the starter for the Dolphins, so you can't argue with it. Anyway, Tagovailoa threw his 15th interception, which is the worst in the NFL here in the 28-15 loss to the Steelers. Officially eliminated the Dolphins from playoff contention. So that might be part of the idea to go ahead and move off of him, although his play also is another part of that idea. Quarterback Zach Wilson, the former number 2 overall pick by the Jets back in 2021, is now the number 2 back. So I think they're just trying to see what they've got as far as their options moving forward. Tagovailoa signed a 4-year, $212 million extension in 2024 after he led the NFL in passing yards in 2023. So if they are moving off of him, it will be very expensive. Tagovailoa already is guaranteed $54 million in 2026. On March 15th next year, $3 million of his 2027 salary will become guaranteed as well. If the Dolphins were just to release him next year, that would cost them $99 million in dead cap charge. So going to be tough. You can always maybe try to find a partner out there that's desperate, but I don't think there's much of a market for that price tag on Tagovailoa at this point.
Terrell, you think you could throw 15 interceptions for that kind of money?
Sure, I could, and get sacked 100 times too. Yeah, I would be glad to.
Get the Vecna.
I think Jake could
concussions.
Too. Jake's not gonna like us talking about his lonely Dolphins like that. But he also picked them to go 6-11 this year. So
yeah.
What kind of fan is he of his team?
Well, he might be right. I don't
he's a legit fan. He's a realist.
Yeah, he's a realist at least.
Yeah, that's the sad part of it.
Brian Hartline expected to hire former Nebraska offensive coordinator Tim Beck as his offensive coordinator now at South Florida. So that'll be exciting. Of course, South Florida, one of the better group of 5 teams this past year. Now that Brian Hartline is taking over, a lot of people thought that he might stick around at Ohio State and wait for a bigger job, but South Florida seems pretty set up to at least have some success. Tim Beck, of course, coming off a failed stint, if you will, at Coastal Carolina as a head coach. But as I think through it, even going back to the option days, post Solich and those guys, Tim Beck might have been the best offensive coordinator Nebraska's had since then. I mean, maybe you get into Jay Norvell in the Callahan era before Sean Watson took over, but I don't know who else would really challenge that.
I don't even know their names. That's how.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully, Dana Holgerson maybe can kind of get into that conversation at some point, but hopefully that'd be the case. Not yet. No, I don't think quite yet. Then the other thing is, as we're looking at Army Navy, it was interesting this past week too. Obviously, they played what would be considered a standalone regular season game, but there were 2 bowl games on that night. The Heisman Trophy was on, so the college football landscape kind of is a little bit compacted. They used to be kind of the only show on that day. Still was enough. They averaged 7.84 million viewers on CBS, becoming the most watched game on the network this season. Might surprise some people. The second place was Indiana, Oregon in week 6, which averaged 5.59 million viewers. Army Navy was down from 17% from their viewership last year. So even though it was the most this past season, it was down a little bit from last year. They've got a deal there with CBS. They've done that game ever since 1996, and they've got the contract to go through 2038. And it's a good deal for them. CBS pays into the 7 figures annually for the game, which accounts for as much of 30% of Army and Navy's annual athletic budget. So it's a very big deal there. Now, the question is, do they want to move that game? The standalone nature of the game has helped draw money in the past, but they're considering moving if the college football playoff does get expanded. I mean, even this past year, Navy was 9-2 going into that game. Potentially at some point could be in the college football playoffs, before you play that regular season game or without the opportunity to play that game. So interesting there. They're potentially thinking about moving it to week 0 or Thanksgiving weekend. Of course, Thanksgiving weekend would not be a standalone game, so you'd probably have a little bit less of the attention of college football on you with all the games going on during rivalry weekend. And week 0 might be a good idea, but the other idea too is if the college football playoff does expand, week 0 might become week 1. The college football schedule as a whole might move up a week earlier so that you can start playing your expanded playoff games in early January.
All right, Bob. What else?
Well, that'll be it. No thoughts on Army Navy there?
Well, it was a good game. I watched a little bit of it. I still like the old school option that they run. Their coach is what is his name?
I don't know. Navy's coach?
Yeah, Army coach.
Yeah, they're fun to watch.
Yeah, I just know it's fun to watch because they run the option, and you still, one of very few teams that are still running in college football. So, it's still to watch it, and still, I like the attack point. Watch the first half of both games. Both of them had 15-yard drives the first series, so 15-play drives. So, that's that'll get a defense.
Old school.
Real old school, just like Jay Foreman, real old school.
Old school.
Well, and that is coming up next. There was one more note that I did want to present to you because I know might jump back home and get on Xbox, right? No,
What?
PlayStation. Your PlayStation guy. Yeah, never mind. You're not going to like this. Then the Xbox Bowl offensive and defensive MVPs will receive Achievement Unlocked trophies. They do Achievement Unlocked in PlayStation 2?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you could still relate.
PlayStation 5, Bob.
Yeah.
Not 2.
Well, I mean, I meant PlayStation as well.
Yeah, I mean, you always get to unlock achievements for different things. Kills, basketball, football, different stuff.
Yeah, different things you go for. So now if you're the MVP of those of that game in the Xbox Bowl, you get an Achievement Unlocked trophy. You get a real one. You can take it home.
Do they get Xboxes for going to the game?
I would assume so, yeah.
That'll be good. PlayStation 5 Bowl still is on too.
I don't think there's a PlayStation.
The free Discman we got when we went to the order.
What'd you get?
Discman.
A Discman, yeah. No, those were cool back in the day.
Yeah, it was.
That was a big deal, yeah.
Yeah, these guys get a lot more than me.
They might, yeah, they do.
93.7 Bock in the Black Shirt. Window World Wednesday. Up next, Jay Foreman and Austin Allman. Old school with the old guys. 93.7 The Ticket. They'll be back.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
The holidays are here, and there's every reason to make Tipsy Tina's Taco Cantina part of your plans. Are you heading to a Nebraska basketball game? Stop at Tipsy Tina's before or after for delicious tacos. Meeting friends for drinks for an ugly sweater get-together? Enjoy Tipsy Tina's variety of margaritas. And if you're not sure about what to get for a gift this year, Tipsy Tina's gift cards are always a great idea. Don't forget about the event space at Salt next door to Tipsy Tina's, all of them located in the Haymarket at 8th and Q. Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
It's basketball season, and Salt Mine City is your pregame and postgame headquarters in the Haymarket for craft beers and great food. Get ready for the game with their big, fatty 7-ounce hamburger or try a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. And don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, your basketball headquarters, now open at 2 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 11 a.m. Friday through Sunday at 8th and R.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us